This here's a review for the S&P 500 from Friday, May 19th. Did not provide me a trigger on the trend break, didn't even come close to breaking the trend, gapped up, and looks like the shorts that were still in the trade from Wednesday's action were forced to cover and has some short covering into the close on Friday. I was waiting for some sort of a sign of weakness all day. Waited until the last hour of the day, and the price did keep climbing, held above every moving average that I watch, and tried to retake back the 21 and 8 EMAs on the daily time frame. Once I noticed the price failing to hold above this previous peak right here and gave a red below red break, I went ahead and took a stab at it, wanting to try and lock in some profits on the end of the day, or end of the week, excuse me. Worked out fairly well. Some at the money puts here in 85 and got back out at 128. So overall, decent setup there, decent trade. Just took a long time to materialize. What it looks like is shorts had to cover, buying to close. Didn't want to hold over the weekend. Doesn't really look like there was any true natural buyers pushing the price up. That may change. Who knows? There was a lot of dark pools and a lot of block trades here on Friday. Quite a few up in the 238.70 area, quite a few around 238.30s, and quite a few at 236.70s. Somewhere around this lower region down here was likely from Thursday's trade. A total of 18 million shares in block trades were finally reported on Friday, so we'll keep that in mind. They were spread out all throughout this whole price action. Like I said, some were from Thursday though, so it's going to be important to note that going forward here, because we are at a very interesting place on the chart here. These candles with a long upper wick like this typically will provide some sort of indecision, maybe consolidation before either a break above or ultimately a rollback over. Anything below this 50-day simple moving average will probably bring in more shorts, and they'll try and get some more momentum going to the downside. What I'm going to be looking for is, first of all, I'm going to clear all these notes off my chart and go out here to a higher time frame. This here is the weekly time frame. First of all, the volume was a very noticeable spike here at all-time highs and gave an indecision candle. It just tells me it looks like we're going to have some indecision going forward. It's going to chop back and forth between a couple of levels. The levels I'm going to be looking for here are 240, call it 67, down to the lower range, which was 235.43. Now these, for some reason, Thinkorswim did some update and these lines are not going to carry over, so I'm going to have to go ahead and draw them again. And I'll probably have to draw them on my other time frame as well, just so I have everything nice and neat. Now, that's the range I'm going to be watching. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this up. And in between here, I'm not going to take any more trades in between these lines. I'm simply going to sit and wait and look for either a breakout above here, the stop just below, or a pullback into support at this level. Overall, it is still looking fairly bullish to me. There's nothing to indicate we've made a new low or even a lower high. So with that said, and going forward, there's only a couple of things that I will actually be looking for here, and I'll put them on a 30-minute time frame over here. Looking for support. We'll stop just below, or breakout trade of 460 and stop just below there. That is a fairly wide range, so it may not actually break out above there, but if it does, that's going to be my setup. Triggers me in and comes back below, I'll get stopped out. It's no big deal there. And that's just, those are what I'm going to be looking for. In between there, I can just see it chopping a lot of people up, and it's not something that I'm going to be trying to trade. So that's what I'm going to be looking for going forward here with the S&P, and this may actually cause the rest of the market just to chop back and forth as well. So I'll be looking for support entries more so than any kind of breakouts. Good luck.